doing this today?
Doing good. How are you?
I'm not bad. I guess just the first question, how are you feeling? How's the knee holding up? Are you able to go out there and go full go?
Yes, sir. I have been going full go. I'm about 95% in my eyes, but 95% in my eyes, usually 100% for everybody else. So I feel like I'm doing pretty good. Every couple of days, it get a little swollen, but all I got to do is ice it down and wear a little sleeve when I sleep, and then it's back to normal.
Ben Briner has the next question. Ben?
Hey, Nick. Hope started camp's treating you well. I kind of wanted to ask, what is the tight end room like without Kyle, and who are some of the other guys around you that have sort of been stepping up of late?
It's hard when a guy who has been here as long as Kyle was for 5 years and been in the system and knows all the ins and outs about it, but I think he just got done working out with the Steelers, I think, yesterday. So, he's on to better things for Sundays. But it's been pretty good. We got Keyshawn Toney and Will Register have really stepped up this year. Will's looking like a new Will, more confident, more experience. He's starting to learn the ins and outs as well as Markway used to do it. So them two are looking really good. Trey Kenyon's starting to step up and bring some confidence. Kevion Mullins is as fast as it gets as a tight end. So he's going to bring a level that we haven't had for a while since basically Hayden Hurst with speed and stuff. So we're all looking pretty good for the most part, but those guys are really standing out.
Jen Del Bianco?
Hey, Nick. Hope you're doing well. Two-part question. With this offense, how quickly did it take – how hard has it been for you to learn this new offense and, the circumstances that this team has faced the last few months?
Well, Coach Bobo brings a different flavor with this offense. We have 4 or 5 of the same plays from different formations. So it's a scheme to where it just messes with the defense more than anything. So if we can advantage that way, then that's what we're going to do. So he's brought a lot of that. But at the beginning, at spring, it was hard to learn it just because I wasn't out there getting the actual reps, which is my best way of learning. So I was still in the trainer room, missing practices, just doing my knee rehab. But as soon as I started getting in the playbook and stuff, and I started to be able to practice, it's been pretty simple for the most part. Complex against everybody else, but simple for us.
And as a tight end, what about this offense excites you most?
We got a different way to use a tight end. It was basically like last year, but we added a lot of stuff for us. There's a way we can go 2 tight ends for all the way down the field. In the goal line, we do 3 tight ends, sometimes 4 tight ends. So it's a different scheme, but it's very creative for us and very advantage.
Collin Taylor?
Hey, Nick. Hope you're doing well. I guess you kind of talked about not being able to go through spring and kind of get those reps. I guess take me through mentally what was it like to have to kind of go through rehab and not be able to finish last season?
I think it was more – I tried to make it more difficult for me physically than mentally, because when you get shut down mentally, you're done. But if you can just strive mentally and then have your weaknesses on the physical side of, my knees hurting a day and other stuff like that compared to, I don't know if I can do it. It's just a different mentality. But I felt like I got through it pretty well for the most part. I still got some struggles, but for the most part, I feel like I'm back fully.
Hale McGranahan?
Hey, man, just wanted to ask you about some of the stuff you did during the shutdown when you were back home as far as rehabbing and the workouts you and your brother were doing, some of the videos that we got to see. What was all that stuff like, and having to be a little creative with what y'all are doing to try to stay in shape?
Well, it's great, especially working out with my brother because, he's as strong as an ox. So it's a little different trying to keep up with him and a couple of his buddies who brings over. But for the most part, creativity. But my dad's always blessed us with a weight room downstairs. So you have the full-on bench squat. Anything you could name about doing in the weight room, I had it. So it's a lot easier for me than it is for other people who have to go out of their way and go to the field and make some stuff up to be, different, I guess. But for the most part, I had basically what I needed to work out, get my strength back, get my knee back to where it needs to be. So,
did you have someone you went and rehab with up at home, or were you all pretty much beyond that by the time you had to?
Yes, sir. I went to Ryan, one of my good buddies at ATI, and we worked out my knee for about 3 months there over breaks.
Eric Boynton?
Yeah, Nick, what's maybe the biggest motivator for you to play and maybe even your teammates to play despite knowing the risks that COVID-19 poses over the course of this season?
For me, it is 4-8. No one likes being a loser. I haven't had a winning season since I've been in college, so this is my year to make a statement. For me, also, I'd like to play on Sundays. So as an individual, I need to be the best I can any other day. And the way we're doing things around here, we're keeping it, our precautions are amazing. We're keeping it safe. We're testing. So for around here, I feel like I'm smarter to be in the facility and campus than it is basically my own home, because I might see a buddy or two, and who knows what they have. But when we test here all the time, we know what we have. So I feel like for us as a team, that's something that we need to push towards. Of we're keeping it safe, we're keeping it cautious, so we're just play football.
Ben Briner.
You've had a couple of teammates opt out, Nick. Have you felt any pressure at all, or feel like you'd be marginalized by the coaching staff at all if you decided to opt out, or do you feel like you were free to opt out to return, with another year of eligibility with a free slate, with a clean slate?
No, sir. Muschamp has went over it probably 5 to 10 times on if you want to opt out. He will not look down on you. He will keep it as honest as he can. He says next year you'll keep your scholarship. You'll be back next year, and you'll be ready to ride then. So Rhodey and Fox, who went home, I have nothing but love for them. They're my teammates. They're my family. So I don't look down on anybody. If that's some people have different occasions of what's happened in their life. Some people have family members getting sick. So I understand it completely, but I haven't had none of that. My family's been safe for the most part. So I'm just going to keep riding here.
Ben Briner.
Hey, Nick. Obviously, you guys have a new QB in the mix in Collin Hill, obviously early in practice, but what has he been able to kind of show you guys? And also, how different of a quarterback is Ryan from, the guy who was last throwing passes to you at the end of last season?
Collin Hill is an NFL arm already, in my opinion. He is good. He knows the playbook better than anybody, maybe even better than Coach Bobo, to be honest with you. So he has a special ability, and he has what it takes to play here. But Ryan has also been creeping up. He's gotten healthy. He's a different man than he was last year. He's more confident. He has more belief in himself. His mentality is different. So both of them are looking very good right now. If it was today, I couldn't choose one for you. So that's how it is right now.
Let's go to Ralph Russo. Ralph.
Hey, Nick, noticing your path with your injury, the NCAA is going to give you guys a free year this year as far as eligibility. I'm wondering if you give much thought to the idea that, listen, if things don't work out this year, if it's a bit of a messy year, you can come back again next year. And, I'm wondering what your thoughts are on this year being a freebie.
I think it's as an individual, I think it's a blessing from God, but other people might not see it that way. I think of it as if I do really good, then I have an opportunity to go play at a bigger level, which is on Sundays. If I don't do very good, I can come back and it's like a reslate, start over, get your mind right, start over everything again. So I feel like it's great for me. It might not be great for others, but for the most part, I think it's great for me. It kind of ruins everybody else who doesn't get a chance to play this year when, there's high school ball in the same state where a college can't play. That makes no sense. But as South Carolina, I'm just going to keep doing what I need to do, and if it works out for me, I'll leave, and if it doesn't work out for me, I can come back and be a better man than I was this year.
Go back to David Cloninger.
Nick, looking at the game last year against Vanderbilt, the play where you got hurt, have you watched that play again, that game again? Do you have to have some caution about going out and doing what you do in practice and in games this year?
I don't think I've watched the play, but if it popped up, it doesn't matter to me. Things happen. It was put in my life for a reason, so I had 9 months to get back to where I am now, and now it's just keep grinding forwards. I don't know if I'll ever be 100%, but I'm going to be pretty damn close to it, in my opinion. I just think it's just something unnatural that happened that I just got to live with.
Hale.
You mentioned Keyshawn Toney a little earlier. What's different about him? Is it just because he's another year older, more time in the weight room, more experience, that kind of thing, or?
Yeah, I feel like he's gotten a lot stronger. A year of experience behind me and Markway. He told me that helped him a lot, and he's just more confident. There were some things he was skittish about last year that he blows out of the waters this year. I mean, it's a different guy when you look at him. It's kind of like how Ryan is. Last year, maybe not as confident and stuff. Maybe didn't know if he could play, but he can definitely play. So,
Eric Boynton.
Nick, especially coming off an ACL like you are right now, can you just speak to kind of the respect level, the extra respect that a guy like Collin Hill commands, because he's had 3 torn ACLs and yet he's fighting through it, desperately wants to still keep playing football, has even petitioned to play again next year. Just maybe speak to that and the determination it takes to come back from not 1 but 3 torn ACLs.
I tell you what, 1 was pretty tough, so I don't want to know how 3 is, and he has the dedication that not a lot of people have. A lot of people usually end it after 1, maybe 2. They can't get their mind right, or they'll never be the same on the football field. But after 3 and still being as good as he is and still moving like he is, that was dedication both on the field and off the field in the rehab room. So,
Collin Taylor.
Who does he command a little extra respect in the locker room among you and your teammates, just knowing what he's been through?
I mean, I give him my 100% respect, but he don't go out of. He's a quiet guy. He don't go out of his way to, be the guy that wants to be known. He's just going to go out there and do his job, and if he gets credit for it, good job, and if not, he'll give it to the rest of the team. So,
You got time for 2 more, Collin Taylor.
Hey, Nick, I guess Coach Muschamp's kind of talked about the offensive install being a little bit further along this year than it may be in years past, because you guys had those OTA style workouts. Where's your comfortability level with where this offense is right now, and do you kind of sense the entire team, the entire offense feels pretty good about where they are right now 2 practices in?
Yeah, I feel like we're moving at a very fast pace for it to only be 2 practices in. We obviously had the walkthroughs, which helped us learn it in a slower pace. But for the most part, I feel like every play we're doing is at 100%. So everybody's catching on. Everybody's starting to learn. If you don't have to, or if you haven't learned yet, people come back and meet with each other who do know. Like Ryan was in there helping Jay with some other plays that maybe Jay didn't catch on at the very beginning. But it's just if you don't know it, come learn it with somebody who does know it. That's how we've been this year, and it's been very productive.
Last question for Nick goes to Ben Briner.
Has Adam Perez mainly been working at fullback, or has he been helping some at tight end? And what is he kind of able to bring when he does help at tight end?
He's mainly been doing fullback, but we have a lot of players like Keyshawn Toney and Keyshawn Mullins who can do both the Y and the F, the tight end and the fullback. I think Prentice is fully a fullback, but they basically do the same thing. He brings the extra skill level because he's basically helping coach the running backs and the fullbacks on every scheme and stuff that we know, and he knows it like the back of his hand. And then he is obviously a powerful guy, a strong guy who can go in there and block, and he's got a little bit of savvy to him. So if he needs to go out for an arrow route or, fit up in the middle, he can do it.
All right, thanks, Nick. Appreciate it.
Appreciate y'all.